I would like to give a special nail addict shout out to Queen Miss Chris 7, Kathy Wellman, April Shorty, and Barbie G for being the first one to comment on my last video. Thank you, ladies. Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today I'm using my Macard XXL stiletto tips, and I'm going to be using Evil Eye for Criminal Claws. I'm also going to be using Fire Burn from Criminal Claws as well. And this is me coming back with that set that I promised from the mystery box that I unboxed about a week ago. And I was just so undecided on what to do out of this mystery box. There was another set I wanted to do and showcase first, and I was going to use Voodoo You Do on the entire set, which was just a nude base. And y'all, I accidentally spilled all of the acrylics on my hardwood floor. And so at that point, it was gone. It wasn't no sweeping up, saving, ill, like disgusting. I was so sad. I used that acrylic like once before and didn't even get to show y'all that set. And so, well, excuse me, twice, and didn't get to show y'all those sets. And I was just really sad. So I had to move on, and I decided to use these two colors out of the Criminal Claws mystery box. Before this, I tried to use Criminal Claws monomer with the acrylic, and it was setting very fast, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that I'm not used to regular monomer because I always use my Cooper odorless monomer. And if you don't know much about odorless monomer also sets very slow. I do help it out with a little acetone, and it does set pretty normal that way, but it does also give me a lot of time to actually work with the acrylic. So I had to go back in and just use the Cooper odorless monomer because it's what I'm used to and what I'm comfortable with, and it works with all acrylics. There is no acrylic that it doesn't work with. So yeah, I just went in with the Cooper odorless monomer. I'm using my Pana brush in a size 10 for this one. And on the middle finger, I'm going in with a layer of clear, and then I'm going to add these maple leaf that I got out of that mystery box as well. And pretty much just fill this all the way up, not the entire one now. So the tip is still going to be clear, but I'm just going to scatter them into that wet acrylic so that by the time everything dries, those glitters will be set in stone wherever I place them. And I always forget to do this when I'm encapsulating glitters with acrylic, is to actually apply them to the wet acrylic. So I end up using base gel, which is also not a problem, but this is a better method because you're doing it while it's actually setting, and then everything just actually sticks into place as it would with the base gel. So absolutely amazing, and these glitters are so pretty. And I felt like everything went together very well with the two colors that I decided to use for this set. So I'm just placing them how I want on that finger now. Then on my ring finger, I decided to do a 3-ring ombre. This is my first time trying this with acrylic. Polygel, I'm a pro. This one, I think I did it a little backwards. So I started with Fire Burn up by the cuticle and brought that down to a blend. And then right after that, I went in with Evil Eye. And I should have probably blended it up a little bit, kind of to fade it up and then blend down. But I just left it like it was, and I thought about it after like everything was already dry and I didn't want to go back in with any more. And then at the bottom, I added some Mia Secret Clear and added a few of those glitters just to finish this nail off. On the pinky, I went in with a full nail of that evil eye, and I love this. This was so pretty, this mixture. So it's like a mix of like pink, orange, and then there's like some red glitters in there. Just a really, really nice, pretty mixture of a nice glitter acrylic. And as you can see, everything is really easy to apply with these acrylics. They have become like my new favorites. I absolutely love them. But y'all, I haven't done polygel in a while, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and make the next couple of videos like polygel and gel X. I've been kind of putting my focus on acrylic a lot more, and that's just because I do want to get like to a mastery level at acrylic, being that I do nails on the side, and I just love it. I feel like this application was so easy, so quick. Like, acrylic is just one of the quickest things, and that it self-dries is like the best part for me. I also applied Evil Eye fully to my thumb as well. I hope that everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And as always, thank you so much to anyone that does watch my videos. It's greatly appreciated. Watching my videos to the end does help me out quite a bit. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. And if you've been subscribed, y'all know what it is. I love you so much. So the nail tips I used, I mentioned in the beginning, but it went so fast, are my Macart XXL stilettos. And I basically just cut the number off to make a very tapered coffin, and I love that. Like, I do love coffin nails when I use a stiletto nail tip. I feel like I love how that coffin shape is so tapered at the end. It's super cute to me. So that's why I decided to go with these particular nail tips. So back into the video, I am going in on my middle finger with my Mia Secret Clear Acrylic to just cap everything in with those glitters, so that when I file Shape and Buff, obviously those glitters are nice and covered and everything comes out nice and smooth. When I'm using my odorless monomer, like the clears always set very fast, very well. The colored ones do too. They take a little bit of extra time, but when it comes to that clear, like if I was to cap over the colored ones, it would dry like nothing. And I basically encapsulated this nail. I encapsulated my ring finger because it was that ombre with the loose glitters. I also off camera encapsulated over both my pinky and thumb as well, just because I didn't know if I should. Like, after the application, it looked pretty smooth to the point where I could actually just probably file, but I just wanted to make sure that none of the glitters came off. So I did encapsulate that with clear as well, so that my filing would go a bit smooth. So how's everybody's week been? My week was pretty okay, besides the fact that my truck was having some brake issues and I was just waiting on parts to come in that needed to be ordered, and I was still driving it, trying to be super extra cautious and careful, just because I still have to do things on a daily basis and I ain't got time to be renting a rental car and all that. Like, it's crazy. I don't want to do that necessarily, like, unless I had to. And when I spoke with someone at the auto parts store, like when my check engine light first came on, he was telling me it was a sensor and that I would be okay till the part came in. So the day that the part actually came, I was picking up my daughters from their school, and my truck started like squealing when I was stopping. And it scared me so much. Like, I've never heard that. I was so scared to the point that I didn't even use my truck anymore for the day. Like, I had so many other things to do that day, that afternoon, that I had to end up using my father's truck. I was just like, hey, I can't drive my car and I need a vehicle for the rest of the evening. And so I ended up using his vehicle. So then today, which is Saturday, I'm hoping this video goes up tonight, but it's Saturday, September 30th, that I'm actually doing my voiceover and trying to get the video up. But today, my brother-in-law came over to fix my brakes and everything. And then when he took everything down, he was showing me other things that needed to be done, and it was just a little bit stressful. So now I'm waiting on those parts. But this is how the nails look after just being applied, and I'm going to go ahead and file, shape, and buff off camera. And this is how they look after I file, shape, and buff. So I'm going to play with this carving gel today. A friend of mine here on YouTube bought these so long ago, and I've been wanting them, had them in my Amazon cart, but I was just so nervous. This new to me is so perfect. I cannot wait to use it. It is absolutely amazing. And I'm not going to go through all of them today because this video is basically for Criminal Claws, my girl Sierra. But I copped these because I want to try to get into like 3D art, and I'm not a pro at acrylic, so yeah, I think I'll start with carving gel, and maybe once I get a little bit more comfortable with acrylic, I'll try to do the 3D art with the actual acrylic. So I basically just scoop up a little bit. This cuticle pusher came with some nail tips that I bought off Amazon, and I'll unbox that in the next video when I actually use those nail tips. But I get it and I roll it up, and then I place it on my nail, and now I'm using the silicone tool and trying to mold this into a flower. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but this is my first time trial and error. I didn't really read instructions. I just went for it because it was like a crunch time situation. Being that I was supposed to do a set for the mystery box so long ago, I just wanted to get a video out. But I must say, for my first time playing with this carving gel, it was pretty great. I mean, it was pretty sticky. And then it was hard to kind of stay on the nail. I have to look into it more. I'm not sure if you should like base coat your nail or anything before going in with the carving gel on the nail. But it was pretty hard. Like, it was a lot of pieces I had to cut out. I wanted to make this flower bigger, but I feel like I used the wrong finger for it. Like, my index was so narrow that I couldn't even get everything I wanted to on the nail. So I kind of just simplified it. And I hadn't cured anything at this point. I'm putting on my next dot, and I'm trying to create that bottom little, I guess, leaf or petal. I'm trying to create that with this, and y'all, this was hard. But again, I have so many different colors, 14 colors in that carving gel. I'm definitely gonna be doing all kinds of stuff with this carving gel until it's gone. Now, my girl over at Criminal Claws, she also sells carving gel, but hers is called Poison Putty. And I have one that I was supposed to show in this video, sorry C, but it was a clear. And I tried to use the clear on another set, but it was like so transparent to the point that when I put it on the nail, I really couldn't see the design that I was trying to create. And then obviously I want it to be colored. I did a like practice swatch. So I used a swatch stick and put some acrylic on it and did a practice whatever on a swatch stick just to kind of see how it looks if I colored it. And like, when you're using this type of a product, you want to make indentations in it and stuff like that. I feel like the gel polish is going to drain out those indentations that you make and kind of like cloud what you're actually trying to do. And so I did it, and I like thinly painted over it, but then it looked really transparent still. I'm gonna figure out what to do with it and how to use it, because I'm definitely gonna get used out of my Poison Putty The consistency of the Poison Putty compared to this carving gel I'm using now is amazing. It's like more firmer. It basically stays on the nail really well to me. I felt like it was pretty good for me. So off camera, I added 2 more dots of that red carving gel, and now I'm just making very small petals here on the side as well, just to give it a little extra something. But again, this nail tip was very narrow for what I actually wanted to do. So at this point, I just stopped there, and it was okay for my very first time. Of course, off camera, I still played with it a little bit more and kind of tried to perfect everything, just because I love the concept of this. I love the fact that I know that I can get good at using this cheaper brand of carving gel and do some amazing 3D art. So I'm looking forward to that. Before I cured anything, there was like a lot of red pieces around it. I did make sure to go in with some alcohol and clean off all that extra so you wouldn't see like all the red smears. But again, for my first time using a carving gel, I think I did a really, really good job. So after that, applying all of that, I did go ahead and cure off camera for 60 seconds, and it just dried amazing. It was completely stuck to the nail because me being me, I did try to like get it off the nail. God, that looks really bad, me looking back at it now, but it's okay. It's my first time, and again, I will get better and figure out the technique of how it actually sticks to the nail a little more seamlessly. But now I'm just placing in some red diamonds that also came out of the mystery box in the middle of that flower, just to kind of top that off. And I used rhinestone glue to get those adhered as well. Then I'm taking my Macart rhinestone glue and I'm going around the cuticle on both my middle and my ring finger, and I'm just going to place some of those red rhinestones right there as well. I meant to show y'all on camera, but also in that little pack of rhinestones that I showed y'all that were red rhinestones, there wasn't just red. I had clear rhinestones, and I also had like the ones that I love that shift from green, purple, and blue. There were a few of those in there as well, so a good mixture of rhinestones, and they were also very, very pretty. Once I got all of the rhinestones set, I did go ahead and do a 30-second cure in my lamp to make sure everything stayed in place. And I feel like this is a really easy and cute set. So then I went in with top coat and just top coated over everything. I did read instructions that say to top coat over the carving gel after you've applied it, and it did make it look a lot better actually when I did apply that top coat. So you can apply any top coat. It doesn't necessarily have to be glossy. Obviously you could have done matte if that's what you were looking for, but I wanted this to be a glossy set, obviously because of the glitters that I did put on the nail. And it was just a cute, quick, simple fall set. I felt like I wanted to go with fall first before like a spooky, because where October starts in just a day, and that's when all of the spooky things are going to come out. But I like to still incorporate fall because I love this time of the year. It's such a nice, breezy time of the year. Lately it's been so nice. I love to sit on my porch at night, like late night, and just like, I don't know, it's like my woo-saw hour. Like I get so much peace and tranquility And lately it's been so cool outside to the point where I don't even want to come inside. Like, it's so nice. But obviously I have to get up for work. So I force myself to come inside. But like, I'll sit out there for hours. It's amazing. And I love when you're doing like a glitter set and then it's all dull because you filed it and then you put that top coat and it comes to life. It's amazing. So I top coated everything and then I did apply some cuticle oil off camera after curing for 30 seconds. And I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here is the final set. I love them. They're so like fall. They're screaming fall. Everybody I showed loved them. I forgot to mention I did this as a peel off too, so I pretty much just took them off right after the video. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this very cute set. And if you haven't shopped at Criminal Claws or checked her out, everything will be linked down below. I think everyone that is here today in my video, you guys are so appreciated. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button before you leave today. I thank you for joining and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the best you that you can be, and much love to you all.